Hello, my name is Edis and I work for Master Packager team. And today I wanted to talk to you about what's new in PSADT 4.1 and the new release of Master Packager, which now supports PSADT 4.1 and how it allows you to adapt to all the new changes very quickly. So first to start, I would like to share with you what's new in the 4.1 release. Let me share my screen. So there are many different changes that have happened between 4.06 and 4.1. Lots of big changes. So if you are still using 4.0 builds, I would suggest for you to update because there are many security and bug fixes available. And if you are still using the old template, I would highly suggest for you to migrate to 4.1 now that it is fully released for production use. So what are the changes? One of the biggest ones that everybody is excited about is that you no longer have to use Service UI to display interaction inside of Intune. So the PSADT team built a new feature that will show user interaction windows in a separate process that will be running inside of the user context. It's a lot more secure than using Service UI, and it allows you to not use Service UI anymore, and it makes your packaging easier and makes your life easier. And now they have migrated all of the old features that were missing from 4.06. So they have the new Fluent user interface, but it did not have all the same features as the classic user interface had. So they did not support the countdown. They did not allow the users to move the dialogues. Now you can change the initial location of the dialogues. It was fixed before at the bottom right corner. And as well, they added some new features that are allowing for the users to show an installation prompt and request input from the user. So that was something that was not possible before. They also support now formatable text, so meaning you can add bold, italic, or accented colored text. As well, they support URL hyperlinks. And they added the ability to add different icons for light and dark mode. So if your UI is conflicting with some of those, then you can change the icons if you want to. Another big change that they added is that you can now configure PSADT settings with group policy. They included an ADMX template, meaning that you can change your existing packages without actually having to go and edit them. So you can modify the settings from group policy. And a few minor changes as well that they made is that they changed the default exit code when you defer an installation from 60,012 to 1602, meaning same as Intune Configuration Manager already uses. They also changed how the 3010 exit code is handled by default. Before it was always suppressed. So now it will not be suppressed. And if you want to do it the same way as before, you have to use the suppress reboot pass-through parameter. And they also changed the default MSI exits parameters from QB minus exclamation mark to QN, so meaning that they will always be silent instead of displaying a progress bar. So those are some of the changes that are in 4.1. I would suggest for you to read through all of them. But let's show you how Master Wrapper can help you do this. So if we open up Master Wrapper, you will be able to choose either the 4.1 template, or if you still want to use the 3.10, it's still possible, but we do not recommend it. So first of all, for any packager, we would suggest for you to create your own custom template. So let's do that. Just make a new one. And let's talk about the changes that have been added here. So this is by default now off. As I said, this will used to be always on. It used to always suppress the 3010 exit code and replace it with 0, but now it's not the default anymore. Now they added a new installation mode called auto. So meaning that if there are no conflicting processes running during the installation, then the installation will be silent. So it will not display any progress bar, it will not display custom prompts, it will not display anything. If you want it to display those progress bars, etc., you have to change it to interactive. The require admin setting has been moved from the configuration section to the general page. They also added the parameters to not detect out-of-box experience and also to not check for the running processes. And we also added a feature that allows you to mount Vim files automatically. If they are placed inside of the files folder, it will be automatically mounted and you can use it for the package installation. So if we go to the configuration section, here we can see that now we can set light mode icon and a dark mode icon. So let's set those for our template. I have prepared some icons, so this will be for the light mode, and for the dark mode we will use this one. So a few other changes that they made as well. They added the ability to change the company name. So you can specify your company name here. So my company, let's change that. As well as they added support for you to override the Fluent dialog accent color. So by default, it will be using the Windows theme, but if you want to, you can set a custom color, whatever you want, and if that works better for your branding. So when we have done these changes that we wanted to, we can just go to the templates and we can press add new template, save current project as a template. So give it a name. Let's save it somewhere. So templates. We can set it as a default and we can add it. So we have added it now. Let's close the template and let's create a new one. So let me show you how easy it is to create a package using Master Wrapper. Let me grab an installer. So in this case, I'll be using a simple MSI, our own installer. You can just drag and drop it or press the load data from installer button. So I always like to drag and drop. It's a lot quicker and easier. So it will fill in all the information, get the logo. It will fill in the installation commands. It will fill in the processes to be closed automatically from the shortcut table. So all of this will be done. And it will be using the new syntax for process to be closed. So now they have to be defined inside the ADT session to use all the new features of 4.1. So all of that is being done. And we can just save our package. So package. And that's it. So we can place the installer inside of the files folder and we can just run the installation. When testing packages, I would always suggest for you to use the system account, but to save time, now I'm just going to run it as an admin. So here is the new UI. We can see it's using the light theme icon. It's asking for us to close the process, and we have a countdown now. This was something that was missing from 4.06. So we can just close it, we'll install, and that's as easy as that. But we always suggest for you to use Master Packager Toolbox to upload the packages to Intune as well. So we can just right click on the exe, click on PSADT to Intune Win. It will convert the package to an Intune Win. So let's open the toolbox now, and we can use the toolbox to upload our package to Intune much quicker than through the portal. So I have already added my tenant, but if you are not sure how to do it, you can have these hyperlinks here that will help you to add your own tenant as well. So we can just click on the add package, choose the Intune Win file. Everything is already pre-filled. We have the icon, we have the information that we added in Master Wrapper, and you just have to press upload to Intune, and it's as easy as that, and no need to use Service UI anymore. So remember that. That's about it. Let us know if you have any questions. If you have questions how to migrate from 4.06 to 4.1, let us know, and have a nice day.